Hello.
Hello,
It's time for another collaboration video.
my wife.
Mm, so it's about. I googled out what are the most common questions that are asked about Serbia, Serbian language, Serbs, and so on. So
So here are your professional Serbs to answer that.
yeah, you don't get to look at the questions because some are funny and I want you to laugh.
Okay.
Okay. One not funny. Uh, is Serbia a third world country?
Well, I'd say no because first of all, most of us have a place to live. We either rent it or we own it, but like most of the Germany actually rents apartments and houses. Like most of the people in Germany don't have their own place, they rent it, so that's not something bad. And most of us have a car, most of us have internet and phones and
Computers or
computers,
laptop?
yeah. Most of us have access to free public health care, and our school system from elementary school up until university, and even then university is mainly free, so we're not in an ideal place, but we're not a third world country, so that's for that.
We are between first and third, like second world. What's is there in the
Second
middle?
world country is actually an expression that describes us pretty well, because second world countries are post-communistic countries actually. That expression means a post-communistic country, so that's what we are. Like communism was in place, uh, I'd say up until 2006 in one way or another. So up until 2006 we were socialist republic of Serbia and Montenegro, and then Montenegro split apart, and then communism just like it took its last breath here. So yeah, we are still learning to live in a world without communism. So yeah,
I just hope that that we can be heard on this video because we have aquarium here and it's more or less loud.
yeah,
It fucked up one of my previous videos.
ouch.
Yeah, so and I don't want to do it in the kitchen because I just heard someone walking there and
Ouch.
opening some.
Okay, let's move on.
Yeah. Next question. Is Serbia in Eastern Europe?
Yes.
Southeast would be more
Yeah,
precise, yeah.
southeast if we not wanna be precise, but definitely not in the west.
Yeah. Then,
Next.
next.
Yeah.
Is Serbia safe?
Yeah. I mean, it's safer than the USA. I mean, yeah, when it comes to safety, USA is my favorite country to bash, onto. Because here in Serbia, when I was a kid and my parents would send me to school, they wouldn't think for a second that I would get shot in a school.
Or killed in any way?
Yeah, that thought would never cross their mind. My mom is really paranoid. but she never imagined that something like that can happen here.
Yeah.
We had one school shooting in the whole nation's history, and that was during the World War II. When Nazis came,
Yeah.
took our children to a place called Shumarice and killed them there. It was a
Yeah.
firing squad. It wasn't your classical American style school shooting, but
It was by Nazis.
yeah, so
They killed students, they killed teachers, they killed even some priests, something. I don't know. I'm
yeah,
not
but the
sure.
point is we don't have school shootings. We never had them. That's not something that Americans can say.
I mean, I think that do a lot of Serbian households have some gun
Yeah, a
rifle?
lot of us have guns.
Yeah,
We are
but
number two in gun ownership per person in Europe. The number one is actually Switzerland
mm,
because they are pretty much required to own a gun, like every household, by law. And a lot of us here own guns, mainly because we love hunting.
even my dad uh, had I think had a gun for many years after he served in army, but he got rid of it after some time. I don't know.
Yeah, so first of all, up until recently, army service was mandatory here. And after army, a lot of the people would keep their guns and they would turn it over when the police would tell them to. And that's one of the reasons why Serbia is safe, because weapons here are controlled. They're not banned. You can get them legally, but you need to prove that you're mature enough to handle guns, that you
Yeah,
know how
that
to use them, and a lot of stuff.
that
So
you know to use them, that you're mentally capable of using them. I mean that you're not going to use them for something bad. Um, and
and
so
you
on. I
need to
mean,
report to the police that you have a gun. They
yeah,
need to know that you have a gun. So when you buy a gun, when you finally pass the test, when you qualify for a gun, and you buy it, you need to go to a police station
to
immediately.
register it.
You know,
Yeah.
like as soon as you buy it, you need to go to police immediately, and then file some paperwork and register the gun. And for example, if you have kids and they do something stupid, like they get in fight with others, that gun can get confiscated from you. If you do something stupid, if you're an alcoholic or something like that, that gun gets confiscated. So yeah,
There's
if you have
control
a
of
gun,
that.
if you have a gun, you need to be a really peaceful person.
Do not get it
Yeah, you
confiscated.
need to be like really pacifist. You like, you know what they say? If you have a gun with yourself, if you have a pistol, you need to be one trying to de-escalate the situation. Like somebody comes there shouting at you, threatening at you. You don't want to use the gun. You want to try to calm that person down. Like you have to apologize, even if they are wrong. You have to apologize. You pull out the gun when even that does not work. That's when you pull it out.
To scare them,
Yeah.
not to shoot, to scare them.
So we have a specific mentality when it comes to guns, and also we don't have a lot of gangs here like they do in the USA and other areas. So yeah, we are pretty safe. A lot of us like go like at 3 a.m. Like we go out at 3 a.m. when it's summer because that's when it's not that scorching hot here. So yeah.
Yeah,
It's normal.
I mean,
That's pretty normal.
we have some mafia. What? We have some groups that are groups of criminals, but it's not unsafe here. It's safe. You can go
Yeah, and
wherever you want.
it's
You can
just tiny
do,
criminals, not mafia.
yeah. It's like he said. You can go out in the middle of the night. Nothing will happen to you.
So let's continue.
Mm, is Serbia in the European Union?
No,
That's right. We're not. Then. Is Serbia in Schengen zone?
no. I wish we were, but we are not.
Yeah, sad. Is Serbia an Arab country?
No, Habibi. No.
I don't know even why. How?
How people cannot understand that we are a part of Germany and not
The
Arabs?
I don't know how this question even exists.
I think that some people, when they hear Serbian, it sounds to them like Arabic or something. Well, it's still Arabic is still
Maybe it sounds like Saudi Arabia to them. I don't know.
maybe. I
Or
think
Syria or something.
all our language sounds to them like Arabic, but I think even Arabic is phonetically closer to us than Russian. So yeah.
Is Serbia at war? No,
Well, no.
no.
We there's a difference between a conflict and war. We are in conflict with there is a conflict at Kosovo. I'm not gonna go into that, but the difference is that conflict is when you have two nations constantly arguing and stuff, and there is a lot of national tension there, but
Mm,
there's no fire, there's no armies clashing or something like that. So Kosovo isn't really a place where you wanna be,
there are just debates.
and well,
Well, not
there
debates.
is a lot
Here
of
is.
national tension. There is a lot of people getting beaten up for being on the wrong side of the fence and stuff, but there's no war. So
Mm,
just don't go to Kosovo, and you'll be fine. Let's continue.
um, why Serbs raise three fingers?
Well, because when we do this, you know,
Three
uh,
fingers.
yeah, when we cross ourselves, three fingers, you're supposed to raise them like this, not
Yeah.
this. Three
No, I
fingers,
didn't mean when you cross
yeah,
yourself. I meant in
I know
general,
what
you
you
know.
mean. When you are supposed to raise them like this, not this, but a lot
Yeah.
of people do it like this because it's more intuitive. Three fingers represent the Father, the Son, and the
The
Holy
Holy
Spirit.
Spirit, yeah.
We are
Christianity.
Orthodox Christians, and we believe in the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, just like most of the Christians believe, and that's a part of our national identity.
Show them how to cross properly.
I mean, here is how we cross. We go head, stomach, right, left, with
Head,
three fingers.
three fingers. Head, stomach,
Right,
right, left.
left. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So next one. Why Serbs kiss three times? The same reason, I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
pretty much because three is the holy number here because it represents Father, Son, and Holy Spirit.
Yeah. Then, what race are Serbs?
Well, mainly Caucasian, aka white.
White, yeah.
Mainly, we do have some mixed race people here. Actually, quite a lot, but we are mainly white.
Like what you see, me and him, like
Uh,
something like that, mainly.
although you can add a picture of us in the video later because lighting here.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's better. That's a more realistic image of us
yes.
because the lighting here sucks.
Yeah, and the position of camera sucks
Yeah,
too,
you
and
can put it back,
I'm
you
not.
don't need to get your arm tired.
Yeah,
Next.
Nyakist. What religion is in Serbia? We already answered. Most of people in Serbia are Orthodox Christians.
Let me give a more complete answer.
Okay.
Serbia, if we talk about religion, Serbia is divided into three parts. Into Vojvodina, which is nationally and religiously diverse,
Yeah, yeah.
where you have a lot of Catholics and Baptists and evangelicals and a lot of other Christian denomination and a lot of Jews, sorry, and
A lot of Jews.
yeah, you have most of the Serbia, most of the southern Serbia.
I didn't know we still have Jews
Yeah,
there.
we do actually.
Because in Novi Sad I think there are not many. I'm
Uh,
actually not sure. I, I actually have no idea.
yeah, so you have the rest of the Serbia, which is mainly Orthodox, and you have one region in Serbia called Sanjak or Raška Oblast in Serbia.
Uh,
Sanjak is in Turkish and
there are
Raška Oblast is in Serbian,
yeah,
and they are mainly Muslims.
yeah. So there are Muslims in Serbia.
Yeah, the capital city of that region is Novi
Pazar.
Pazar, and which basically means a new store because it was a trading center of Serbia, and they are still pretty famous for that, mainly for their rugs and jeans. So
Jeans.
yeah, pazarske pantalone,
Nikad čula.
poznate su. And they are also famous for barbecue. So yeah,
I know nothing about Novi Pazar.
you will learn.
Yeah, maybe I will even visit one
And
day.
fun fact, Kragujevac is actually closer to Novi Pazar than to Belgrade. But it's much faster to get to Belgrade because there's a highway connecting us. Meanwhile, the road to Novi Pazar is pretty mountainous and crap. Yeah.
Then let's see. Why are Serbs so tall?
I don't know.
Genetics, I guess.
Probably. Also, probably because we live healthier. I'll assume that's Americans googling. Because we mainly live healthier lives. We drink a lot of rakia. We don't eat at McDonald's. We don't really eat at KFC.
We
So
have a lot of famous athletes. I mean,
and we eat a lot.
in many sports like Novak Djokovic, Nenad Zimonjic. I don't know, a lot of.
We also physically work a lot.
Mm,
So I'd say maybe because of that.
some people here don't have chill with work. Mainly with work in the village, like they will just work. They
Yeah.
think everything is urgent.
Yeah, let's continue.
Yep. No, 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 no. This will boost your confidence.
Okay.
Why are Serbs so good looking and so beautiful? Really,
Probably,
someone googled those.
probably the same reason. I'd guess. I don't know
Slavs are naturally beautiful.
exactly.
then.
Okay.
Is Serbian difficult to learn?
Well,
Depends.
depends on who's asking. If you're Russian, if you're Czech, if you're Slovak, then no.
I mean,
If
if
you,
you're someone who's living, let's say, someone from USA, and you speak only English, and you're attempting to learn Serbian as your first foreign language, you're going to struggle with some
I'll give you
concepts.
some examples. First of all, there's the concept of declensions. Basically, nouns like car, a house, Dushan, John, a
They
camera, they change.
they change according to the function they have in the sentence. Like, let's say, if you want to say this house is mine, you will say ova kuća je moja. Kuća is house. But if you want to say I'm entering the house, you will say ulazim u kuću. U kuću means in the house, direction, you know. So,
So yeah, basically they change a lot, and that can confuse people.
but
We
don't
also
worry, there are only 7 cases.
yeah, and three
Only.
grammatical genders, and so
Now.
yeah,
We got interrupted.
yeah. Sorry for that. So
Mm,
yeah, verbs also change forms. Everything changes forms. So yeah, and we talk pretty fast, and
some,
dialects can vary quite a bit,
yeah,
and we use a lot
dialects.
of slang. So yeah, that can be really tough. But if you live here, or if you're really interested, or if you have a good teacher, then it might be easy. Who knows? Well, a lot of people think that I know English is difficult. A lot of Serbian people find English pretty difficult
Yeah,
because the pronunciation is so weird.
and
But
construction of sentences is a bit different than in Serbian. I mean, in Serbian, the word order is almost free, like, but in English, it's not. In English, the most the most famous example is the word only. If you put it anywhere in the sentence, it changes the meaning of the sentence. But in Serbian, well, Serbian is no, Serbian has more free word order. Uh,
yeah, it's less strict.
yeah,
It's topic based basically, so maybe it will explain it in another video.
mm, let me see. Will I? Is Serbian the most perfect language?
I'd say no. I'd say that it's Esperanto, or or if Vietnamese didn't have honorifics, then that. I
Vietnamese.
like simple languages. I like efficient languages. That's what I like. I like when you uh, re- orderly and regular languages. Like where you don't have a lot of irregularities, where it's easy to learn, easy to communicate and stuff.
When
and
it's fast, like.
yeah, like it's pretty easy to learn
Mm.
for others, and Serbian isn't really like that. So
Like it's okay, but mm, there are better ones.
so imagine if Chinese and Vietnamese lost tones and switched over to simplified Latin or to some simple script and lost honorifics, then that would be for me the perfect language. So next,
Uh, is Serbian Middle Eastern?
what what makes people think that? Come on. I mean, I think I can understand. We were a part of Middle East for quite some time.
You mean Ottoman Empire?
Yeah, exactly. But so was half of the Europe.
Yeah.
And we adopted a lot of Turkish words and a lot of Turkish culture, but we are not Turkey. We are Serbia, and we've been Serbia for quite some time.
Mm-hmm.
So Turkey is far gone. It's a lot. It's pretty behind us. So yeah.
How do you mean behind us?
Well, those days are over.
Aha, well, yes, yes. Will
So
I ask something else?
yeah.
Uh, is Serbia in Russia? No,
No.
no. We are far away from Russia and we never were part of Russia. We were part of Yugoslavia.
Yeah, let me
Well,
there is a reason why people get those two mixed up. First of all, because there is a region in Russia called Siberia.
yeah, yeah.
And second of all, because of communism. Both Serbia and aka Yugoslavia and Russia were communist countries. And
So most of people link communism with Russia, so they think that everything that was in under communism, they link it with Russia.
um, both Serbia and Russia are Slavic countries. Both of us speak a Slavic language.
To someone
Both of
who,
us were communists.
yeah,
So I can see why people get those two mixed up, but we're not the same.
I mean, I understand also because of our languages. To someone who doesn't speak any Slavic language, Serbian and Russian sound the same to them. I mean, like,
Yeah, but if you listen closer, like I'll demonstrate now, Serbian is much harsher than Russian. Maybe the accent is similar in English, but in, u srpskom baš i nije toliko sličan naglasak. U srpskom mnogo grublje pričamo, znaš. Posebno u Šumadiji. Vojvođanski, srpski zvuči dosta je mekši, dosta je malo je možda sličnije ruskom nego naše. Ovdje,
yeah, Serbian from Vojvodina is like a bit softer than the one in Šumadija.
yeah, but still not that similar. Phonology is pretty different. I'd say that our phonology is closer to Arabian than to Russian.
Is Serbia
So,
Middle East?
Yeah, I can see why people keep asking that.
Yeah, people generally just don't know where the hell we are.
Yeah. Next.
Nik- I think that would be all. I mean, there are some that are similar to previous ones, so that's all. That's all, folks.
Bye!